Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on their favor. And we're going to talk about how the Denver Nuggets ended up beating the Minnesota Timberwolves 142-138. The Nuggets, they're 21-8 and 9-5 at home. The Timberwolves are 20-10 and 8-5 on the road. Denver won the first quarter 32-29. Minnesota won the second quarter 26-25. Denver won the third quarter 35-23. And you would think that the game should be over at that point, but then Minnesota went on a 37-23 run to get the game into overtime, and Anthony Edwards and Jokic and Murray was hitting threes, mid ranges, finishing at the rim, hitting threes when it mattered. But Denver outlasted them 27-23 in the overtime period to win this game by 4. We can talk about the Timberwolves first. They did a lot of things right. Obviously, they got into overtime. Obviously, they had a chance to win it, and they got off to a hot start in overtime, which is clear because both teams scored over 20 points in overtime, showing you how good this game was when it came to them being able to score. Julius Randle, 39 minutes, 32 points, 12 of 22 from the field shooting, 2 of 7 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He also had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and was a minus 13 and plus minus. I don't really have a problem with what he did. He really did a good job of getting to that mid range, getting close to the basket, helping out on the boards, whether it's offense or defense. And if he didn't have a shot that he liked, he just gave the ball up. And I like the fact that he was still trying to get into guys and still trying to bump them, knock them, rock them, and shoot over them. And if that didn't work, he was getting to the free throw line. So he did a lot of things really good in this game. And obviously, he made some things pop off for himself defensively with the steals and the block. Jaden McDaniels, he hit some really tough shots and some really easy ones too. He played 40 minutes and had 21 points. He was 9 to 12 from the field, 1 to 3 from the 3-point line, 2 to 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 blocks, 5 personal fouls, and he was a +4 in plus minus. And now the problem with why they lost this game, Rudy Gobert fouled out, Dante DiVincenzo fouled out, and Anthony Edwards got ejected when the game was still going on and the game was still close. Gobert played 34 minutes and had 9 points. He didn't get double figures, but he did shoot 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and he did get 12 boards. He also had 6 blocks, which is crazy, but it actually happened in this game. 5 offensive rebounds, and he was a +18 and plus minus. This is the Gobert, like I said, you want to continue to see. Get deep position, finish strong at the rim, go up fast whenever he has good control of the basketball, and be a beast on the boards and protect the paint with your life. And he did those things tonight, even though he did give up some buckets. It's hard to slow down or stop Jokic. Nobody really has the answer for him besides getting the ball out of his hands and forcing other people to step up. Dante DiVincenzo, 34 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 11 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 8 rebounds and 8 assists with no turnovers. That was really good to see. He also had 2 steals and 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, and a +12 and plus minus. You needed him to be way more efficient. You need him to make more shots. Didn't really seem like that because they still had a chance to win, and it looked like they was going to win in overtime when it first started because Anthony Edwards got that hot. But, when it mattered most and Anthony Edwards was out of the game, they needed other people to make shots besides Julius Randle, and the only person that really stepped up was Jaden McDaniels. But Anthony Edwards had a dominant game, 42 minutes, 44 points, 14 to 25 from the field, 5 of 14 from 3, 11 to 13 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, but he did have 6 turnovers in this game. He also had 3 steals and 1 personal foul in a -17 and plus minus. man, it's so fun watching him play, just dribbling and showing you his handle, showing you how he gets to the rim, showing you how he has counters, and showing you how he can just shoot over and make tough shots too. Look very easy. It just comes so natural to him now, and he's just a really, really good player in this league, and it's good to be able to watch him play because he can put on a show like he did tonight. But every starter did have a rebound or more in this game. The bench got a lot of scoring from Nas Reed, who played 28 minutes, the most off the bench. He also scored the most points off the bench with 13. He went 5 of 13 from the field and 2 of 7 from three. 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. As long as he's scoring in double figures and giving you some decent passing, playing team basketball and getting boards, you're happy when he's able to do more than that, but you're also happy if he gives you that, and that he did in his game. Mike Conley played 10 minutes, but he only took 1 3. That was his only shot, so he finished the game scoreless, but he did get a steal in the block, and he had no personal fouls and finished as a -15 and plus minus. Jalen Clark, 5 minutes, 2 points. He was 1 of 2 from the field. He also had no personal fouls and no turnovers. And Johnny Juzang was a +2 and plus minus, but that was it. Terrence Shannon Jr., he missed all his field goals, which was shooting 0 of 3 from the field and 0 of 2 from three. He finished scoreless. He also had no turnovers and no personal fouls, and finished as a -5 and plus minus. And then Bones Highland, he ended up scoring 11 points and went 4 of 8 from the field and 2 of 4 from three and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Did a really, really good job of pushing the basketball, making quick decisions, and shooting the open shots when they was there and available. And if he didn't do that, he kept the ball moving and found his teammates, or collapsed the defense a little bit and found them that way too. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block for him also. He finished the game with 2 personal fouls and was a +7 in plus minus. And then the Denver Nuggets, they knew this game was going to be hard. They knew this game was going to be tough. And that it was. Spencer Jones, he just found ways to get open. And then it was just about putting the ball in the basket after that. He played 41 minutes and had 12 points. He was 5 of 11 from the field. It goes from hitting threes and getting dunks and layups. So that's good to see. If you playing winning basketball, you have to be happy about that. 2 of 6 from threes, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. Nikola Jokic, 43 minutes, 56 points, 15 of 21 from the field, 4 of 6 from three, 22 of 23 from the free throw line. They had nothing that they can do to him. He had the mid-range going, had the three-point shot going, was finishing around the rim, was hurting him on the glass. He was hurting him with the pass. This is just basketball at its best and basketball excellence. And Jokic has put that on display these last couple seasons, and he has done it for another one. So it's crazy to watch it. It's crazy to see it because he does it so much, and he did it again tonight. 16 boards, 15 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, 5 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +15 and plus minus. Tim Hardaway Jr., 41 minutes, 19 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 10 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 block, 1 personal foul, and a +4 and plus minus. He gave them exactly what they needed, and that was the ability to keep the defense guessing and force them to defend. Because if he didn't defend the right way, he was getting layups, he was getting threes, just good looks throughout the game, and he shot a decent percentage in this game. And that's what can happen if you have Murray and Jokic handling the ball and gaining all the attention. You just have to be the play finisher. 4 rebounds, 1 block. Like I said, 1 personal foul was a +4 and plus minus. Jamal Murray, he stepped up big time, even in the moments where it mattered, whether it was passing or scoring. He played 42 minutes and had 35 points. He went 12 of 32 from the field, though, and 9 of 18 from three, and went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 2 rebounds and 10 assists. That's a double-double right there. He also had 4 turnovers, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, and was a +5 and plus minus. Peyton Watson, 42 minutes, 9 points. He was the only starter to not get in double figures. Every starter did have a rebound or more, and they almost had an assist or more besides Peyton Watson. But he went 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line to get those 9 points. Not only that, he had 4 boards, 2 turnovers, and 4 steals. He's out there to make things happen. He was able to get it going offensively and defensively, which is always a great thing to see. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a +15 in plus minus. Zeke Najee, 5 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 block. The rebound was offensive and no personal fouls, and finished as a -9 in plus minus. Jonas Valanciunas, 10 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 4 rebounds. He ended up having the whole bench ended up having a rebound or more, and they basically all had an assist besides Zeke Najee. But Jonas had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a -9 in plus minus by the end of his night. And Bruce Brown was cutting to the basket and scoring it. 28 minutes was the most off the bench. He finished with 7 points because he went 3 of 7 from the field and 1 of 2 from three. But he also did the little things: 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a -6 in plus minus. And Julian Strother, to 12 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 3 rebounds. He also had 1 assist, and he ended up having no personal fouls and finished as a +3 in plus minus. And he was the only guy off the bench not to score, so it can be that way. And they didn't really need it that much anyway, because Jamal Murray and Jokic basically was unstoppable in this game, and they just had to do whatever they could to help here and there to be able to make sure they had a good chance of winning it. And then when they did that, it was just about closing out the game, and they was able to do that also. Comparisons: the Denver Nuggets, 47 of 101, 47% from the field. The Timberwolves shot 3 more shots, and they ended up shooting it at 49%, which was better than the Nuggets. 19 of 43, 44% from the three for the Nuggets, but the Wolves shot 12 of 45. They shot 2 more threes, but finished at 27%. The Nuggets shot 29 of 32 from the free throw line, 91%. They shot 2 more free throws than the Timberwolves, who ended up shooting 80%, and they only finished with 30 attempts. The Timberwolves out-rebounded them 47 to 45. Both teams had 31 assists. The Nuggets turned the ball over more, 17 compared to the 13 of the Timberwolves. 10 steals for the Wolves, only 7 for the Nuggets. 5 blocks, but it didn't matter because the Timberwolves had 12. Both teams had 11 offensive rebounds. The defensive rebounds went into the favor of the Timberwolves, who had 36, while the Nuggets had 34. And then 27 personal fouls for the Timberwolves, which is way too many. And then 18 only for the Denver Nuggets. Good game. This will go down as a classic. I feel like the Timberwolves did a lot of things stupidly sometimes. Like I said, they had the command, they had the lead, they was playing basket for basket with this Nuggets team. They really showed that they can hang with them, they can play with them at a high level, and then they just let the immaturity happen. They was grabbing rebounds, they was getting good looks, they were taking good shots, they was getting stops, they ended up getting up, and then everything just collapsed. They started beating themselves. And then Anthony Edwards, for him to be as confident in his game and to get ejected for something stupid when they needed him and the game was still in a situation where they could have won it, just didn't make any sense at all for him to get ejected in this game. And then some guys just didn't step up enough the way that they should have, when they know that it's hard to beat this Denver Nuggets team. It's hard to slow down this Denver Nuggets team, but you did it enough to be able to win. And just guys like Gobert and guys like DiVincenzo, you just needed them to do more. And they just didn't give you that tonight. Some other guys didn't really give you much at all in scoring either. So it just showed you why they needed Randall and Edwards that much. And then, of course, Jaden McDaniels was able to get his shots and was able to do some things defensively, so you have to be happy about that. But other guys have to be held accountable for the lackluster performance that they ended up giving in this one. And then the Nuggets, man, they defense, man, they just can't really stop anybody. It seems like if 1 minute it seems like they have the answer for their style of play, and then sometimes depending on the team, it just look like the Nuggets. They're just a layup line. You know what I mean? If they ain't a layup line, they have marksman contests, and it's just how the game is now, where it's hard to stop people. It's hard to guard the role players now because they're making difficult and tough shots, and a lot of them gonna let it fly, and it's working for even the role players right now. But they gotta figure something out because like the Timberwolves been having problems, this season. They're just figuring it out, and they ran through the Nuggets all game, and that just can't happen. In the Timberwolves, you gotta look at them the same way. Y'all season is looking better. Y'all looking like a better team, but at the same time, do y'all have enough to win the title? And I would say no. I feel like Timberwolves going to be good. They're going to be competitive even in the playoffs. But it's all about, can you win a championship? And if you can't really do that, you should be making moves or setting yourself up for you to be able to do that in the present. Definitely be trying to find out ways to get it done in the future. And both of these teams, they look like they going to be tough to beat, but they are beatable. And every team is beatable, but these teams do have flaws of how they play and what they try to do and what they try to accomplish each and every night. And it's just about, is you paying attention, is you focused, is you locked in on those things to get it done. And if you are, you have a good chance of beating them. If you're not, they might even blow you out. But it depends on your personnel, it depends on what your strategy is, and it depends on how much attention to detail are you paying attention to when you're going against them. And if you do those things, you have a good shot at getting the W. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation videos just like this, but about various other NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and all the future stars. And I also do my draft and draft coverage too. Plus, I got over 4,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy. And on top of that, also try to make videos every single day throughout the day to give you something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball and NBA content. Not only that, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for showing love. Thanks for showing support. Thank y'all for continuing to love and enjoy my content for what it is and appreciating it for what it is and continuing to come back to watch it and support it. Other than that, hopefully y'all had a great Christmas. Hopefully y'all had a great time. Hopefully y'all got what y'all wanted. And hopefully y'all had smiles and love and did some fun things throughout the day to get your mind off work, get your mind off the BS that can happen on this beautiful place we call Earth and where we share our homes at in this Earth space. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis if it's meant to be.